Welcome to Faith Focus, the podcast where we delve into the heart of Catholicism and explore its profound spiritual depths. I'm your host, Daniela Bezant, and today's episode is a special call to all those of you who are drawn to the mystical, the magical, and the spiritual realms. If you've ever found yourself fascinated by New Age practices, or if you identify as a witchy woman, this episode is for you. We're here to uncover the truth about the Catholic Church, dispel myths about misogyny and patriarchy, and invite you to rediscover the rich mystical traditions that the Church has to offer. The modern world often presents a skewed view of the Catholic Church, painting it as a bastion of outdated patriarchy and misogyny, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Today we'll explore the powerful roles women hold within the Church, roles that have significant impact and influence. We'll also dive into the mystical side of Catholicism, exploring practices and traditions that have been appropriated and oversimplified by the New Age movement. So stay with us as we journey through the beauty, wisdom, and spiritual richness that the true Church, as laid out by Christ, offers to us all. So let's begin by addressing the common misconceptions about the Catholic Church. One of the most pervasive myths is that the Church is inherently misogynistic and patriarchal. This narrative often focuses on the fact that women cannot become priests. However, this perspective is a reductionist view that overlooks the vast and impactful roles women play within the Church's infrastructure. Women have held and continue to hold significant positions of influence and leadership within the Church. From saints and mystics to theologians and doctors of the Church, women have shaped and guided the spiritual and intellectual life of Catholicism. Figures like Saint Teresa of Avila, Saint Catherine of Siena, and Saint Hildegard of Bingen are just a few examples of women whose contributions have left an indelible mark on the Church and its teachings. Many leadership positions are also held by women when it comes to the upper levels of administration, church management, and even top-level leadership roles of Catholic charities. In fact, some might argue that these roles have more substantial and lasting impact than the priesthood. The work of women in the Church extends into education, healthcare, social justice, and pastoral care. They lead religious communities, influence church policy, and serve as spiritual guides and mentors. The universality of the Church offers numerous avenues for women to lead and make a difference, often in ways that reach far beyond the confines of one single parish. So let's turn now our attention to the mystical and spiritual practices within Catholicism that often get overlooked or misunderstood. Many New Age practices have roots in ancient traditions that the Catholic Church has preserved and cherished for centuries. However, these practices in their New Age forms are often watered down and stripped of their deeper spiritual significance. Catholic mysticism is rich and profound, and it offers experiences and insights that go far beyond the surface-level spirituality of New Age. The Church has a long history of mystics and saints who've had profound encounters with the divine. Practices such as contemplative prayer, Eucharistic adorations, novenas, the rosary, and the use of sacramentals like holy water and medals are steeped in deep spiritual meaning. One example is the use of incense in Catholic liturgy. While New Age practices might use incense for its pleasant aroma or supposed spiritual cleansing properties, in Catholicism, incense symbolizes the prayers of the faithful rising to heaven. It's a tangible connection to the divine, a reminder of our constant communion with God. Moreover, the Church's sacramental worldview sees the physical world as imbued with spiritual significance. This is something that many New Age adherents seek, but often only find in a diluted form. The sacraments themselves are profound encounters with God's grace, offering a depth of spiritual experience that far surpasses anything you're going to find in the New Age movement. As we draw this episode to a close, I want to extend a heartfelt invitation to all of you who have been exploring New Age practices, seeking spiritual fulfillment and a connection to the divine. The Catholic Church offers a richness and depth of spirituality that is unmatched. Its traditions and practices are not just ancient rituals, but profound encounters with the divine that can actually transform your life. Returning to the church means reconnecting with 2,000 years of wisdom, beauty, and mysticism. It's about experiencing the true spiritual richness that comes with unity with the Holy Spirit, not just a fleeting encounter with lesser entities. Imagine the peace and fulfillment that come from a deep, genuine relationship with God, nurtured by the sacraments and the communal life of the church. In the Catholic Church, you'll find a place where your spiritual journey can reach its fullest potential. You'll discover the true beauty of mystical experiences, the transformative power of the sacraments, and the profound peace that comes from living in communion with the Holy Spirit. So if you're seeking deeper spiritual fulfillment, consider returning to the church that Christ laid out for us. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Faith Focus. I hope it's opened your eyes to the beauty and depth of the Catholic faith and inspired you to explore it further. Remember to subscribe and share this podcast with others who might benefit from these discussions. Until next time, may your faith be your guiding light.